Hello, everyone, and welcome to this podcast series on GCC with the theme From Ledgers to Global Leadership. We have with us CA Sanjeev Singhal, the Central Council member and the Chairman of Accounting Standard Board, and the Vice Chairman of International Trade Services and WTO. A very, very huge responsibility so far as GCC is concerned. We are going to ask a lot of questions. So, this summit, which has been organized today and yesterday, like what is the message which we are trying to give to the world at large, to the society at large, and to the fraternity at large?
Thank you, Sanjeev. So, through this program, the message that we want to give, if India is the GCC capital of the world, chartered accountants are the nerve center for those GCCs. So, today, if we have around 1600 GCCs, let me tell you, there are over 80,000 chartered accountants which are serving these GCCs in various capacities. They have helped either setting up the GCCs, or they themselves are the entrepreneurs for some of them, or they are working as professionals in these GCCs. So, GCC is the future for the services, and chartered accountant, as I said, are the backbone of the same.
So, sir, coming straight to the question, you are leading very important committees at the institute level, the Accounting Standard Board. How is that committee going to play an important role in this GCC ecosystem? Because we talk about from transforming from a generalist to a specialist. We talk about from compliance to a strategy, from innovation. How is your committee on Accounting Standard Board going to work on that?
So, Sanjeev, if you really see, technical expertise is a must for the GCCs. In the accounting domain, if you have to talk about, which has a huge potential, and already that potential is being exploited to a large extent, what you need is the knowledge of the international reporting standards. And India has converged with the IFRS. Right. We are almost there, except for a few carve-outs. So we are powering our Indian chartered accountants with those technical knowledge in the international standard, which will come handy while they are rendering the accounting or the audit services, because more or less they have to apply the same while rendering the services to almost the entire world except US, because in US there is US GAAP, which has a few differences, but there is an option of IFRS reporting as well. Right. So Accounting Standard Board plays a very important role as far as the financial reporting and audit GCCs are concerned.
So then, so this is important, but then it is going to go back to Tier 2 and Tier 3, because we talk about GCC is going to thrive if it is more, going towards Tier 2 and Tier 3. How is your committee or your leadership going to take to that level where a person sitting in the remote area can understand the importance of learning these standards and actually applying that and creating that specialized process of being GCC employable, or basically creating their own self?
Right, an excellent question. So we are preparing a pool of 100 faculties which will go to Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns, villages, also conduct programs. So we are already doing about 5 programs a month, and we'll increase that. We are also doing a certificate course on Ind AS or IFRS, which is done in any branch, whichever branch that requires, on an online mode, and we can also do in an offline mode. So that facility is there even today. It is for the members to come forward and grab
and for
this
that,
opportunity.
We need that growth in the vision, that mindset, and the approach to look beyond. And I think these kind of summit is definitely going to help them increase their horizon and their thought process. Coming back to the international trade services, where you are a vice chairman, how are we, connecting with our global chapters, with our, global world to, project India and the Institute of Chartered Accountants say we are the best destination. We already are. But how is this committee working towards projecting our members to say we are the best, we have the knowledge, and we are, as you rightly said, 50% of GCCs are in India. But how can we take this to the next level?
Right. So we have started a weekly series of Global Udan, where we are giving them knowledge about different jurisdictions. So wherein our chapters are coming forward. Last year, we have also organized a visit to the US. We have also started a certificate course for the UK markets. The US market was already there. And we are taking the help of our chapters. We are having regular interaction meetings with our chapters, and wherever opportunities are there, now a portal has been made also where our firms can register, and whichever opportunities are posted there,
brilliant.
they can try their hands on it.
Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful, sir. And just one more thing, a question which is very close to my heart is, when we talk again, going back to this, the objective over here of Institute and GCC is to make sure that each and every member of a firm become globally ready. The two important challenges over here. The challenge is skilling up and scaling up.
Right.
What is your piece of advice in meeting those challenges, going
So
forward?
see, knowledge is an everlasting effort. So Institute is providing that skilling up, right? For scaling up, as was mentioned yesterday also by Mr. Sanjeev Sanyal, who is working on the idea of creating Indian Big Seven, that we have to come forward, have trust and transparency in each other, form alliances, because for scale, you need to come up and join hands. Individually, we'll not be able to do this, and there are enough examples where people have come forward and succeeded.
Sir, you have a huge experience working with these global firms, with international firms. You're also working on this very important group called Impact Financing, which is again one of the very specialized group. I just want to know a little more on how that can play an important role in the GCC
Right.
ecosystem.
So India's sustainable finance need is 57 lakh crores in the next 5 years. And similarly, ESG reporting is already mandatory in India. ESG assurance or impact assessment is already mandatory in India. Nowhere in the world at this scale it is mandatory. We can certainly make India as the ESG GCC capital of the world because we have talent here. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India have trained over 2,000 chartered accountants in ESG. There are specialized universities in India, even in Delhi, which are focusing on ESG. It's a matter of taking the first move.
Amazing. So the last question for you, and this is a very, very relevant question, is we have a huge pool of young minds. We talk about we being the youngest country of the world, and India and chartered accountants. Those young chartered accountants, as soon as they qualify, they have a huge dream, to be globally ready, future ready. They all want to be successful. But what is those important piece of advice which you want to give to our young students and the young chartered accountants, how they can, conquer the world, how they can be globally ready, how they can be GCC ready, and the last thing, how they can be ESG ready?
So, see, two things I have followed in my life. One is that those who dream the most, they do the most. And second is a fire in the belly. If I look 25 years back, I started as a chartered accountant with a salary of 7,500 per month, recruited through the campus. It's a sheer passion and the urge to specialize in different areas. So that's why, when I was given the responsibility of being the founder chairman of Sustainability Reporting Standard Board, we became the world leader and got the UN award also. So similarly, whichever field you want to excel in, you have to put your heart and soul, and then don't think that there is an alternate route also. There is no shortcut to success, and there is enough material on the net, there is enough guidance which is available. Choose your path and follow it like your dream job.
Great. I think this is a very short, very, very thought-provoking session we had with you, sir. And I think those who are going to listen to this podcast will definitely get a good piece of advice on how they can be globally ready. Thank you so much for interacting with us. We
Thank
look
you.
forward to connecting you again.